Welcome to online learning prepared by foreign teachers in grade 6, Anuban Chunbury School. This video recording is for educational purposes only. Okay, so we have here, I am your speaker for this afternoon. Again, my name is Teacher Edward, and I am your science and your health teacher. Okay, so before we're going to begin our lesson for today, we are going to study about, or let's have a review on what we studied last week, right? Last Wednesday. Anybody who can remember what did we study? I'm sorry? Anybody who can tell me what did we study last time? Let's ask Natawat. What did we study, Natawat, last Wednesday?
Digestive system.
Digestive system. Wow. What about is that correct, Parinya? Is that correct, Parinya? Did we study digestive system last week? I want to confirm.
Yes.
Yes. Did we study about the matter, solid, liquid, gas? Finish or not yet?
Yes. Finish.
Chantida, am I correct? Yes, last Wednesday, we studied about solid, liquid, gas.
Yes.
Okay, and then we studied the processes as well, right? Like the properties of solid and the properties of liquid and gas. And we study as well the, what is that? The processes involved, like melting. What are those 6? I think there are 6. Melting, freezing, condensation, evaporation, and the last 2, sublimation and deposition, right? And I'm sure you still remember the video of an iodine or iodine from solid to gas and gas to solid. Good that you still remember. All right, so that is the things that, or those are the things that we studied last week. The states of matter. What are the 3 states of matter? There are solid, liquid, gas. We study as well the properties of matter, like the solid, they are compact, okay? They cannot move, they only vibrate, okay? And we also study about the changing states of matter, as what I've told you about the processes, okay? And also the physical change and chemical change, right? And the matter, yeah, we study about matter. All around us is matter. Now, for this afternoon, we're going to have our review first on the vocabularies that we've learned last Wednesday. So here are the words. I don't need you to repeat these words because we finished this one already. So we have property, compact, molecules, okay, and pressure, particles, rigid, okay, and definite, and the last word is melt, okay? So those were the words that we studied last week. Now for today, before we're going to proceed to our lesson, I want you to open your book. If I'm not mistaken, this is in page 26. This is in page 26 in your Inside Out Science textbook. Again, I would like to remind you that I am recording if you are turning on or turning off your camera. All right. So here it's entitled Separation Techniques. And there's a boy wearing a red jacket and a red hat. He's saying, "Oh no, I dropped some of my copper coins into the pail." "Don't worry," the girl said. "We can help you pick the coins out from the sand and stones." But the smart boy is thinking, is there a faster way to separate coins from a sand and stones? What do you think? Is there a faster way? Is there a faster way? What do you think? Yes or no? Is there a faster way? And he is thinking of this thing. What do you call this? Anybody has any idea what is this thing? Not a what? Go.
Metal detector.
Yes, it is a metal detector. You're correct. And how does this help in getting the coins that were dropped into the pail? How can we use the metal detector? Anybody? Maybe Supercrit wants to answer. How can we use the metal detector? Supercrit. What are the things inside the pail first? Those are the things that we need to know. What are the things inside the pail? We have the copper coins. What else? Sand and stones. All right. So if we are going to use the metal detector, what substance will be detected? The metal, right? Is the copper coins. So if you're going to use the metal detector, then we will be able to detect and separate the coins from sand and stones. All right. So I saw this, or I experienced, seeing a lot of some people in near the beach early in the morning. They carry this metal detector here in Thailand. Okay, and then they were like walking along the beach and around the coastal area, and then they are detecting maybe some coins were dropped when some people in the evening were like swimming and there were coins there, or maybe a ring or something. So they are trying to locate those. Okay, so this is very helpful. All right, now let's continue here. Okay, that will be our topic for this afternoon, separation of solids. Okay, so we're going to study what are the techniques or methods we are going to use in order to separate solids. But before that, we are going to read this one here. What are the different techniques in separating solids? There are three: picking out by hand, sifting, and using magnets. This is in reference to page 43 of your book. Page 43 of your book. Okay, so in page 43 of your book, that is the end of chapter 2. Okay, so we have here three types of mixture. Solids of different sizes, insoluble solid in a liquid, soluble solid in a liquid. Okay, so we are going to focus on the first one, separation of solids of different sizes. Okay, good. Now let's proceed to our vocabulary words for today. The first word, I want you to unmute yourselves, all of you, and we are going to read this one. You're going to repeat each word after I will read them. All right, so let's begin. Number one, mixture.
Mixture.
Good. Number two, soluble.
Soluble.
Number three, insoluble.
Insoluble.
Number four, separate.
Separate.
Number five, methods. Number six, contaminant. Number seven, ores. And the last one, sieve. Perfect. Okay, so let's study them one by one. The first word is mixture. As you can see in the picture, there is a water, there's an egg, and there is flour. Okay, so if you're going to combine, I will repeat, if you're going to combine this egg, water, and flour, then it will become a mixture. All right, So a mixture is a substance made by mixing other substances together. Another example is coffee. There is water, there is coffee, we put milk and sugar. Okay, so that is a mixture. Okay, so that is the simplest definition of the word mixture. So a substance that is made up of mixing different substances together. Next word is soluble. Okay, notice these two I don't know what are these two substances in a cup. Look what happens to them. What happens to them? They were dissolved. You understand? So the meaning of the word soluble is able to be dissolved. Example, can you give me an example of the materials or substances that can be dissolved in water? Let's ask Jennifer. What are the substances that can be dissolved in water? What do you think? What are the materials that can be dissolved in water? I think there's a lot of things that can be dissolved in water. Let's ask Panatat. Can you think of any substance that can be dissolved in water?
Yes.
I'm sorry again?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, that's correct. Any idea? Any more? Like napichaya. What are the soluble substances? Yes?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. There's a lot like yes, Chuntida. Chuntida is raising her hand.
Salt.
Salt, perfect. We have sugar as well, right? If you put them in water, they will be dissolved, right? Am I right? So those materials are soluble in water. Understood? Soluble. Okay, the next word is insoluble. Okay, so insoluble is the opposite of soluble. Okay, for example, this is my phone. If I will put my phone into the water, what will happen? Do you think my phone will be dissolved?
No.
Right? Because my phone is insoluble. Okay? Incapable of being dissolved. That is the meaning of the word insoluble. Now, if you look at this video here, that is a sand. That is what we call a hydrophobic sand. Hydrophobic sand. So as you can see, sand is insoluble, right? But this hydrophobic sand is very, very special. Look what happens. It looks like, if it is under the water, it looks like a metal. But if you're going to remove them, it goes back to a sand. Wow, it's very nice. So that is an example of insoluble. Okay, sand is insoluble. Let's proceed. The next word is separate. Okay, I think you are very familiar with the word separate. It means it is not joined or touching physically. Look at the picture here or the video. Using a mineral bottle, okay, the person separates the egg yolk from the white of the egg, right? So that is an example of separate. Okay, so this is a very wonderful technique. How are you going to separate the egg or the egg yolk? Okay, another example is, for example, Teacher Edward will bring all the students in 6+1 for a tour. Okay, we will go to, let's say we will go to Supanburi. Okay, and I am going to separate the boys from the girls. Okay, so there will be one bus for the girls, one bus for the boys. So it means the boys and girls are separated. Okay, so that is the meaning of separate, not joined or touching physically, not joined together. Okay, the next word is methods. All right, methods. I think my laptop is becoming a little bit slow, so I will try to change my Wi-Fi settings. Give me 1 minute. I need to connect it to my phone. Right? Okay. Okay, let's see. Oops, wait. Okay, there. It's moving now. Okay, methods means a particular form of procedure from accomplishing or approaching something, especially a systematic or established one. For example, what are the methods on how to become sexy? Maybe Jinipa is asking that question. Teacher Edward, what are the techniques or methods and how will I become beautiful and sexy? Okay, so there are methods. You need to drink a lot of water, you need to sleep well, you need to have a balanced diet, and you need to have an exercise. So those are the methods. All right, or for example, in science terminology, there are procedures, step-by-step procedures, so that we can accomplish or finish an experiment. For example, first is you need to wear your goggles and your complete attire, laboratory dress, and then you need to, if it is necessary, you're going to wear your gloves before you do an experiment, and then you're going to conclude and all of that. So those are step-by-step methods. All right, let's continue. The next word that we have here is the word contaminant. Okay, so the meaning of the word contaminant is a polluting or poisonous substance that makes something impure. What is the meaning of the word impure? Not pure, impure. Okay, so for example, here is the water. For example, Satawit is walking in a mountain alone, and there is no clean water. So Satawit will try to drink water from the river, not knowing that there are some animals, okay, waste products from some animals there in the upper part of the river. And what will happen if Satawit will drink the water that have a contaminant? What will happen? He will be poisoned. He will have stomach ache. He will vomit. Okay, because of the contaminants in the water. Okay. So it is not only contaminant that are present in the water, there are contaminant in the air as well, like the PM 2.5. Okay, it means that there are contaminants in the air. Okay, so those are contaminants. Okay, it makes something impure, like the water is not clean anymore. It is impure because of the particles, contaminants in the air. Okay, so the next word is ores, okay, or ore. It is a naturally occurring solid material from which a metal like iron, in this picture is gold, can be profitably extracted. Okay, so if Supakrit will see this rock somewhere in the river or near the ocean, Supakrit will give it to Teacher Edward, right? And Parinya also. If you will get this rock that has gold in it, you give it to me. Okay, and I will give 100 baht for Supakrit for giving me the rock. Okay, so those are ores. Ores we can get like aluminium. Aluminium we can get from an ores. Okay, so those material, an ore is like a simple rock, but there are some valuable minerals that we can get from them. Okay, those are ores. Next word is a sieve. Okay, we can see this one when your mother or father is cooking. Okay, this is a kitchen utensil consisting of a wire or plastic mesh held in a frame used for straining solids from liquids. Okay, for example, Nataya will cook a spaghetti. If Nataya will cook a spaghetti, Nataya will put the spaghetti or the noodles in the boiling water, right? And when the noodles are soft or the spaghetti will become soft enough, then she will get the sieve and get all the noodles, and the water will, pass through the sieve, but the noodles will be trapped in on the sieve. Okay, so that is the process. You're going to separate the noodles from the water, because we only need the noodles and we don't need the the water. All right, so that is the sieve. I'm sure you are familiar with this, and I'm not sure how you're going. I mean, what is the equivalent word of this in Pasatay? Well, we've come to our quiz time now. Okay, there are some questions that I prepared for you. Here, this is fill in the blanks, and there are words here: mixture, soluble, insoluble, separated, methods, contaminated. Okay, so I will. Oops, wait. I will edit the PowerPoint because there's some wrong spelling there. Maybe you will be confused. All right. There. Okay, we'll share again. Sorry for that. I will share there. Okay, good. So, okay. Number one, I will give you as an example. I will answer number one. Stir the sugar and butter until the answer here is mixture. All right, until the mixture is light and fluffy. Now add eggs to the mixture. Okay, so that is the meaning of the word mixture. So the answer there is mixture. Now let's proceed to number two. Who wants to answer? Again, I would like to remind you that you need to turn on your video. I will call the names of the people who are not turning on their video. Purichaya, Jinipa. Oh no, Purichaya. Yeah, turn on your video. What else? Yeah, please turn on your video. Pongnarit. Number 21, turn on your video. Teach it. Turn on your video, please. All right. Good, thank you. Okay, perfect. Who wants to answer number two? Who wants to answer? Let's ask my very good friend here, Lalada. Yes, what do you think is the answer here in number two? He claims to have developed a new blank for growing tomatoes. What's the answer? Lalada? Where is Lalada now? Yes, Lalada, what's your answer here in number two? Methods or separated? Lalada, methods or separated? Okay, Lalada said no, she doesn't have a microphone. So you can message me with the answer, Lalada. You can chat me. Okay, what do you think is the answer? Methods or separated? Okay, let's wait for a while because Lalada cannot speak. She can chat only. Okay, and okay, so I'm still waiting for Lalada to answer. Wait. Oh, you turn off your camera again? Why you turn off your camera this time again? Please put or turn on your camera always, no? Okay, Lalada. Oh, let's ask someone else. Let's ask Tanpisit. Tanpisit, what do you think is the answer for number 2? Tanpisit? Number 26? Yes, please. Tanpisit, what is your answer? Number 26? Come on, this is not very difficult, right? This is not very difficult. Come on, you can answer. Or anybody can raise their hand if you want to answer. Okay, let's give it to Nataya then. Nataya, what's your answer?
Method.
Methods, perfect, very good. He claims to have developed a new method for growing tomatoes. Please raise your hand if you want to answer so that it will be faster for me to call you. Let's ask number 3. Number 3 is very, very simple. Who wants to answer number 3? Pirapong, number 2, go ahead.
Is soluble in water.
Perfect. Salt is soluble in water. Good. Thank you. Let's ask another one for question number 4. Pirapong is raising his hand again. Let's give chance to other students. Both the air and the water in their neighborhood were what? Napichaya, go.
Contaminated.
Okay. Can you read the entire sentence, Napichaya, please?
Both the air and the water in their neighborhood were contaminated thereby.
Perfect. All right. Now let's go to number 5. Who wants to answer for number 5? During the tour, the boys will be blank from the girls. Parami, number 16. What do you think is the answer here for number 5? During the tour, the boys will be blank from the girls.
Separate.
Separated. Okay. The boys will be separated from the girls. Can you read the sentence, Parami?
During the tour, the boy will be separated from the girl.
Perfect. Number 6. Who wants to answer number 6? Yes, number 31. Paradi. Go ahead and answer.
Ores.
Can you read?
The refined gold out of the ores.
All right, amazing. Good. Now let's proceed to number 7. Who wants to answer number 7? Tanapon, go. Number 32.
We can use a sieve to remove the pulp from the juice.
Perfect. Amazing. Correct. Let's ask Faradi still raising his hand. Let's give chance to another student. So for number 8, sand is blank in water. There's only
Insoluble.
insoluble. Very good, Chuntida. Very good. Sand is insoluble in water. All right. Great job, everybody. Amazing. Good. All of you are great. Okay, so let's proceed to the main topic that we have this morning. It is found in page 27 in your book. So we'll begin in page 27. Separation technique, separating solids of different sizes. Okay. The question here, or it says here, since ancient times, ancient means in the old days, people or humans have found it important to separate things that they need from the things that they do not need. Okay, for example, ores, metal ores are processed to separate metals from other substances in the ores. So as we all know, this is a mixture, right? This is a rock and a mixture of, this is what we call an bauxite ores. It is our main source of aluminum. Okay, so we use this method of separating the aluminum from the rock because we can use aluminum, right? In some methods as well, we use the water jugs like this. I will annotate something here so that it will be highlighted properly. Can you see this white thing there inside a water jug? Can you see that?
Yes.
That water jug is actually a filter. I will repeat. That is a filter. What does the filter do? The filter will, here, the word filter. Okay? Okay. So the word filter means it will collect all the particles in the water, or it will filter, or it will it will collect the contaminants in water, so that when we pour out the water, only the clean water will be poured out, and the contaminants will be or will remain there in the filter. Okay, so that is very, very important for us, and we use that one every day. All right. The next one here in page, I think this is now in page 28. There are different ways to separate separate mixtures. Okay, to choose a suitable separation method, we need to consider the properties of substances. Okay, so here, how do we separate solids? Solid particles of different sizes. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to focus this afternoon. The things that okay, solid particles here, solid particles of different sizes. Okay, okay, so we can separate solid particles of different sizes using these following methods. The first one is picking out. You can highlight this one while I am highlighting them as well. Okay, for example, you want to separate the pebbles from the sand. Okay, pick pebbles to separate them from the sand. It means you're going to use our hand, like the one that you can see in the picture. The girl is like actually like getting the pebbles one by one. Okay, but there's a question here. Is there a faster way to separate pebbles from the sand? What do you think? Any idea? Anybody who wants to share their ideas? How can we separate the pebbles from the sand quicker or faster? Because you know, if you use our hands one by one, it will take a long time, right, Nataya? So, yes, somebody's talking.
Sifting.
Shifting. Okay, I think you get the idea from your book. Well, that's okay. So, the first lesson here, or the first topic, is picking by hand, and the second one is there is what we call sifting. And since your friend said sifting, let's watch a video about sifting then. Okay.
Separation by sieving. Materials required: sieve, wheat flour, common salt, dry pulses, pebbles, straw. Method: take about 10 grams of wheat flour and in it mix some dry pulses, few pebbles and few pieces of straw. Now take a sieve and put the mixture in it. Place a clean plate under the sieve and gently rock it. You notice that wheat flour passes through sieve, but the pulse, pebbles and straw are left in the sieve. Why did the pulses, pebbles and straw not pass through sieves? It is because the size of these substances is much larger than the holes of sieve. Take about 10 grams of wheat flour and in it mix about 5 grams of common salt. Sieve the mixture as stated above. You notice that no common salt or wheat flour is left in the sieve. Why? It is because the size of holes in the sieve are far bigger than size of the particles of wheat flour or common salt. Thus, they easily pass through the holes of sieve. Conclusion. Separation by sieving is only possible if the size of one kind of particles is bigger than the size of holes in the sieve and the size of other kind of particles is smaller than the size of holes in the sieve.
Okay, so did you understand that? Did you understand that? So, sugar and salt. For example, I will put sugar and salt on a sieve. Do you think they will be separated?
No.
No. Why? Because both of them are small, right? So here we can separate by sifting or sieving by we can use this technique if one solid is bigger than the other. You understand? Like sand and pebbles. Sand is very small, very fine, and pebbles are bigger. So we can use sifting there. All right. Now I want you to flip your book in this part right here. And maybe I will be giving you 3 minutes to answer this. All right. I will be giving you 3 minutes. But before I give you 3 minutes to answer, I will guide you. What are the things that you need to remember? Okay, so these are the things, or these are the substances that you need to take note of. A spoonful of sand, 5 small rocks, 5 small rocks, and a cup of water. All right, so these 3 materials. Okay, so 3 minutes. I will use my watch here. Time you. Please turn on your video, and 3 minutes starts now. Turn on your video. Not Chada. We report. Turn on your video. Number 35. Turn on your video. Disorn. Turn on your video. One minute and 30 seconds already. So you only have 1 minute and 30 seconds as well to finish. Last 15 seconds. Time's up. Time's up. All right. I hope you're all done. Let's check your work now. Let's check. Let's check. Let's check. Supawich, are you done? Suwapich, okay. Parami, Parinya, finished. Don Rapon. I'm sure Nataya is finished long time ago. She is now drinking water. Jirayu, you done? Napichaya. Okay. Natawat, finished, right? Okay. So, since many of you are done, but I think some of you are not turning on their video. Pongnarit, Tanakit, come on, turn on your video. Number 21. Lalada, turn on your video, Lalada. Teach it is not turning on his video the entire time. Well, I will ask here, Apiwit, where are you, Apiwit? Yeah, Apiwit is here with us. He is in the outer space, but he can help us answer the question number 1. I will read and then you will answer, Apiwit, okay? Which substance or substances in a mixture of small rocks, sand, and water will pass through the sieve? Predict based on the size of the holes of the sieve. So what are the substances that will pass through the sieve? Apiwit, go.
Water.
I'm sorry again.
Water.
Water and only water?
Sand.
Perfect. So the sand and the water here, water and sand will pass through the sieve. Okay, that is the prediction of Apiwit, and that is also my prediction. Okay, now let's proceed to question or instruction number 2. In a small bowl, okay, in a small bowl, we're going to mix. Okay, I think you know the word, the meaning of the word mix, right? So we mix sand, we mix rocks, and we mix water together. So we're going to mix them together. And on instruction number 3, you're going to place the sieve over a big bowl. So there's another bowl, a big one, and then you're going to put the sieve here on top of the big bowl and pour the mixture of sand, water, and 5 small rocks through the sieve, and gently shake the sieve when necessary. Now the question for letter A is, which substance or substances in the mixture pass through the sieve? So Pakrit, go. So Pakrit, what is your answer in letter A? In number 3, letter A?
Mix sand and water.
Sand and water. Can you answer in a complete sentence, please?
The substance in the mixture passed through the sieve is sand and water. Are sand and water.
The substances in the mixtures that will pass through the sieve are the sand and water. Very good. Or water and sand pass through the sieve. Okay. So if you answer water and sand, that would be amazing. This should be perfect. Now let's proceed to number 3, letter B. Who wants to answer? Maybe I will call someone here. Don Rapon. Don Rapon, go ahead and answer letter B. But before you answer, I will read the question first. which substance or substances in the mixture was trapped by the sieve? Don't report.
Small blocks are trapped by the sieve.
Okay. Five small rocks were trapped by the sieve. All right. So those are the answers for page 28. I'm sure all of you got it correct, right? Parinya, you got 3/3? 3/3 Parinya, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we are now going to proceed to this part right here. This is now in page 29. Sifting. Okay, so this is the process of using the sieve, right? Sifting involves passing a mixture through a sieve. A sieve traps large solids while allowing smaller solids to pass through. Like the sand can pass through, but the 5 small rocks cannot pass through. All right, so we can separate there the sand and the small rocks. Sifting separates solids of different sizes. Now I want you to take your, I give you a few times to highlight these words here. Okay, these sentences. I want you to highlight, okay, these sentences so that when you study your book, it will be very easy for you to know where are you going to focus in studying. All right. I'm sure you prepare your highlighter always, right? When we have our science class, because it is always part of our discussion that you need to highlight some sentences. All right. Done? So maybe you will say, Teacher Edward, we study science, but why we need to study this one? This one is for cooking, right? Because there is science as well in cooking. Okay, like this one, we can use a sieve to separate large flour particles from fine flour particles. Okay, so we can use the sieve. Not only that, we can use this one in different ways as well. Let's take a look at some examples. Okay, some examples are like this. Let's see what this guy is doing. As you can see, he is holding what is this? A sieve, a man-made sieve. I mean, he created the sieve for sure. Like there are woods and there is a screen as well. Okay, and I'm sure some of you are familiar with this, right? When where can you find this one? This is we can find this one in a construction site. Am I right, Natawat? This is in the construction site, right? So let's see how this thing works, because sifting doesn't, we cannot use only sifting or the idea of sifting in the kitchen, but also in the construction site. All right. So let's watch the video. I will make the volume higher and
Here we're sifting the sand to ensure that only fine aggregates make it into our mortar and concrete, so we can have a high quality mix to ensure that the cement blocks lay flat against each other.
okay. Did you hear it? Did you hear it clearly?
Here we're sifting the sand
No.
to ensure that only fine aggregates make it into our mortar and concrete, so we can have a high quality mix to ensure that the cement blocks lay flat against each other.
Okay, so that is sifting right there. I will go back for a little bit here. Okay, can you see that? No. There, right there. Okay, so can you see that? There are some sand and there are some pebbles as well. And when they are, when you're making when you are constructing, you need to use only the fine sand. Of course, you'll be using the small pebbles as well. But in this, especially in like in your finishing you're going to use a fine as a cement, and you're going to use a fine sand in finishing the wall. So you are going to use the fine sand, and in this case, sifting will be applied. Okay, so it is not only used in the kitchen. We can use this anywhere. We can even use this one in the construction site, as what you see here. And in the idea of sifting can be used also in fishing. For example, Panatat will become a fisherman, and since Panatat likes to become a fisherman, he wants to catch the big fish only, not the small fish. So what kind of net? Okay, because the fishermen, some fishermen use nets, right? So what kind of nets he will use? The big one, the holes that the big nets like have a big holes, or the nets that have small holes? Big, right? Because if Panatat will use the net with the very small holes, even the small fish will be catched, and Panatat doesn't want that. Okay, so if Panatat wants to get the big fish only, he will use a net that have big holes. So right there, we can see that the idea of sifting is used as well. Okay, so the idea of sifting is very, very useful in our everyday living, but we don't recognize or we don't realize it yet. All right, now here there's another problem that needs a solution. In your book, page 30. In your book, page 30. Where there is another an experiment here. It's entitled Using Magnets. Oh, just by the title, you can see where is this going. Another thing here, there are substances, or there is a mixture again. Oh no. There is a mixture here. Where are the mixtures? Oops. So we have sand. Okay, we have sand. We have a magnet. Oh no. We have iron fillings. Do you know what an iron fillings is? Do you know what is an iron fillings? Yes or no? 6 classroom.
Yes.
Do you know what is an iron fillings?
Yes.
You know, right? Or maybe for the sake of those people, all of you, do you think all of you know what is iron filling? What do you think? Okay, I will try to open. I will not try to make it very, very quick now, our lesson today. I want it to be very, very slow so that you will understand properly. So I have here an iron fillings. I will show you later. Okay, there, perfect. I have it now. So here, look at this. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. So these iron fillings, they are like sand. Okay, they are very, very small, but they are actually made of metal. I will repeat. They are very small, yet they are made of metals. So if you put a magnet near them, they will be attracted to the magnet. Understood? All right. So that is the iron fillings. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. So here, you will be using an or the mixture is a mixture of iron fillings, sugar. Okay, I don't need to show you what sugar is, right? Because you know it already. Okay, iron fillings. And the third one is sand. All right. This is very simple. In number one, in a big bowl, mix the sugar, sand, and iron fillings together. Okay. So imagine if we're going to mix them together now. Place a magnet above the mixture. What do you observe? Let's answer this together. I will not give you time to answer. I'll just ask somebody here. And if you will get the correct answer, then all of your classmates will copy the correct answer. Let's ask anybody here. Let's ask my friend here, my friend Nataya. Nataya, if I will put a magnet with a mixture of sugar, sand, and iron fillings, what will happen?
The iron filling is separate.
The iron fillings will be separated. Or why it is separated?
Because it's the magnet attach them.
Okay, it is because the best answer there is oh wait, it's not working. The iron fillings were attracted to the magnet. Okay, if we talk about magnet, we use the word attracted. Oops, who did that? Who did that? Please, please, remove them. Remove them. Who put something there in the... Okay, there. Please do not do it again, okay? I panic what am I going to do because you write something on the screen. So what is the answer? The iron fillings were attracted to the magnet. Now, the next question here in number 2, letter A. Maybe Parinya wants to answer. Maybe Parinya would like to answer. Explain why this thing happens. Explain your observation. Parinya, go. Why do you think is the reason why iron fillings were attracted to the magnet? Parinya, go.
Don't know.
Anybody? Let's ask Natawat this time. Natawat.
The magnet will attract the metal.
Very good, very good. The magnet is attracting the metal, right? And the sugar is not magnetic. The sand is not magnetic. So in simple words, the answer here is the iron fillings are magnetic. There. The iron fillings are magnetic. The sand, why it's not attracted? Because it is not magnetic. What about the sugar? Sugar is not magnetic as well. Only the iron fillings. All right. Okay, now let's proceed to question number 3. This might be our last question, and then we are going to continue this lesson on Wednesday. What can you do to separate the sand from a mixture of sand and sugar? This is a little bit difficult. Sand and sugar. How can we separate them? Can we use sifting? So, Pakrit, can we use sifting, sand and sugar? No. What can we do then? How can we separate them? Nataya, do you have an idea? Nataya? Do you have? No as well? Okay. But there is a clue here. There is a clue. There is a clue. Look at this. Sugar can dissolve in water, but sand cannot. So what are we going to answer here in number 3? What can we do? But there is a clue. Sugar can dissolve in water, but sand cannot. Soluble and insoluble. So what are we going to do?
Add water.
Very good. Very good. So we are going to answer it in a complete sentence so here is my answer, and you can copy this as well. Okay, where am I? Yeah. Oops. We can add water to the mixture so that the sugar will be dissolved. All right. So that is the answer for number 3. We can add water to the mixture so that the sugar will be dissolve. All right, do you have any question? Because it's already 2 p.m. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so if you don't have any more question, then we are going to end this one because we don't have time. Okay, so I will put the wait, I will go back a little bit here. Okay, so here, look, these are the video credits. If you want to watch the video, this video, the first video we didn't see yet, but on Wednesday we're going to watch this video. This video is here, a construction lesson, sand sifting by Penn State Bridges to Prosperity, and sieving as well. Okay, separation by sieving. This is the link. Okay, so we are going to end here by telling you a very short reminder to stay alert in COVID-19, and remember to always stay at home if possible. If you want to go out, practice social distancing, wash your hands regularly for 20 seconds, sanitize your hands regularly, don't touch your eyes, mouth, and nose, and always wear a mask. Okay, so that would be all, and I will end the recording now, but do not go away yet. Do not go away yet. Okay, where is the recording here?